Ask me to do it. Let's record. Okay, we're going to start with this one very quickly. It's just a little refresher what we did last week. If you guys understand this part, you're going to do just fine on this test. It's not a big deal. The 6th exam, which is not this week, is a week after. I thought it was this week, but it's not. It's going to be next week. No, that was a regular test. It was a quiz. It's a quiz Friday. So you're going to have another one this Friday. And then next, we're going to have a test, the actual 6 weeks exam. All right, so listen up, guys. I want you to solve for the variable. Once you find the variable, I want you to graph it on this little thing. And then you're going to create a table with the first 3 numbers. And then move on to graphing it on the coordinate plane. Have at it. Question, please. All right, so let's work it out very quickly. I hope nobody has a problem finding the value of x. That's like old news. So, and you get 12, divide by 4, divide by 4. None of you should have a problem with this one. So here's what you do next. You're going to go and find that number on the number line. But you have to create it. Let me give you a clue. We just talked about this. That number will go in the middle, right here. Always put it in the middle, so that way you have numbers to the right and numbers to the left of it. So the next numbers are what? 4, 5, 6. And before?
2, 1, 0.
That's it. That's all you do for now. And now you're going to go and find 3.
Wait,
Is it?
are you going to do the chart like this?
I'm not there yet. I need you to be a little more patient, okay? Thank you. So, when we find 3, is it a closed or open circle? Why? As an equal thing, right? So you put a closed circle, and now I want you to identify which direction it's going. It's going to the right. Notice how this right here is the same thing as this right here. That's how you know that that's the direction you're taking. Yes. So now that you know that, and I asked you to select the first 3 numbers, including the one that you found, which numbers are those?
3, 4, 5.
3, 4, and 5, right? Let's keep that in the back of our heads for now, and let's create the equation. I mean the chart. We're going to use this right here.
4.
I said it before because I was taking it step by step. I said it before because I was taking it step by step. Today, like, we have to use those because I have to make the point whenever we graph it, otherwise it makes no sense. Thank you. You need it, otherwise it makes no sense. So, say it because you keep. You need it for the graph. I'm talking about this graph over here. But we're using it to make the points. How do I know it? Tell me. How am I going to graph that? How am I going to graph it? How do I get 14? Isn't that what we're doing over here in the table? Because not everyone has the answer like that. Sometimes you need to know, and I'll tell you why it makes a big difference in a minute if you let me finish this part. Okay? But good job of going fast. Over here we have 4, and then we're just going to keep it like that open, right? Keep it open. And now I'm going to grab those 3 numbers that I talked about, right? 3, 4, 5. Actually, put it in a different color. 3, 4, 5. Let's clone it, and they literally go in there, just like that. They literally go in there, that way we can solve it. Notice also that I did not use 2 and I did not use 1 either, right? I did not use this number, I did not use this number or this one. I did not use any number before 3 because it was only 3 and the ones are highlighted, right? So now somebody say, what do I do? It's 4 parentheses 3. What does that mean? 4 times 3, right? Which is me 12 plus 2, 14. That'll be 16 plus 2, 22, right? Now I have my x's and my y's, and I'm going to create the coordinate points. And I'll do that over here. For when I use 3, I get what? 14. And when I use 4, I get 18. When I use 5, I get 22. This is my x and y values. Pay close attention. A lot of you, some of you, made the grid over here on the graph that I gave you. I don't know why. But let me tell you how this works. Apparently, y'all forgot it or did not use it in 6th grade. But this is called a Cartesian plane, and we have 4 different quadrants. This quadrant over here, we call it the first quadrant, and we have positive values. I'm sorry, positive x values and positive y values. Only in that quadrant. They're all positive. On the second quadrant, which is this one, we have negative x values and positive y values. So we have a combination of both. On this bottom quadrant, which is the third one, we have negative x values and negative y values. And you wonder, how do you know they're negative? Well, that is a 0 point. That's called the origin, right? Anything to the right of the origin, just like a number line, is going to be positive. Anything to the left of the origin, just like a number line, will be negative. If you were to turn the number line vertically instead of horizontal, it'll be the same way. Anything below the 0 point will be negative. Anything above the 0 point will be positive. Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, this fourth quadrant is also the same way. This is negative, and the x is positive. So we have a combination of both there too. Now I want you to look at your values for your coordinate points. Do we have any negatives? No. That means we cannot use this quadrant because it has negatives. We cannot use this quadrant because it has negatives. And we cannot use this quadrant either because it has negatives. Which quadrant are we going to use? What number? The first quadrant, right? We're going to use the first quadrant because they're all positive, right? Now the next question is, well, I don't know what numbers to write. Look at the x values. What is the biggest number in the x values? The 5, right? Out of all of these, the biggest number is 5. That means I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because I can find it. But if the biggest number in the x value was a 30, I can't go by ones, right? I'm going to run out of room. So probably go by like 5, 10, 15, and so on, right? Now look at the y value. By the way, this only goes up to 10 on either direction. Look at the y values. What's the highest number? Would it fit in there? No. What can I go by? I can go by 4s. That's good. If I go by 2s, in my thing, it'll go up to 20, but it won't go above that because it only has 10 spots. So I want to go by 4. Let's go by 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, and that's all I need, right? Because I don't have anything above 24. That's how you determine how far you have to go. But keep it in that same order. I cannot put 4, 8, 10, and then 12, and then 13, and then 14, and then back to 6. I can't do that. It has to be in the same order. Yes? You would think, but what I'm trying to say is that if I did it by 1, you could on your paper because you have more freedom, you have more space. I don't. If I went by 2s, I would end up with 20 at the top. You're saying, why don't I spread this apart like 4, 8? Look, 4, 8, 12, 6. You have to. That's my point exactly. I can't just say 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. I can't do that. You have to keep it in the same order, the same spacings, like a ruler. You see, a ruler, it doesn't skip, right? And it doesn't shrink at any point. It has to be consistent. Do we understand that part? So don't mix them up. If you're going to go by twos, the whole thing has to go by twos. If you're going to go by ones, the same way. You have to go by specific number and not switch it up. Do we understand that part? Don't get it confused. I'll mark it wrong on the test. Oh. That's too big. All right. So let's go back and finish this thing. What? Yes. What do you think I'm teaching it? You would think it wouldn't, but what if you have a free response and it has to do with that and you have to graph it? What are you going to do? You're like, you have to know these things. You can't just pick and choose which one you think is going to be on there. I don't even know what's going to be on there. All right, so let's go and select the first point, 3 and 14. You go to 3 and then go all the way to 14, which is right between 12 and 16, right? I'm making a dot there, why? And not an open circle. Because it can be equal to 3.
Oh, but if it was open.
If it was open circle, then that would be an open, and that's why it matters, Faith. That's why it matters that we need to graph it. Because we need to know whether it's included or not on our actual graph. So the next number is 4 and 18, right? Which is right here. And the next one is 5 and 22, which is right here. And now, which direction is the arrow going? To the right or to the left? To the right. That means I have to start from the very last number, which is this one, and draw it that way. Now let me show you what you need to do. And that's one of the reasons why I actually put this on the test the way I did. This number line should be basically the same thing as here. Compare it, and it should be on the same position. The 3 should go with the 3, the 4 with the 4, the 5 with the 5. And if I highlight it to the right of it, that means the arrow needs to be going to the right of it. Do y'all see that? Nothing before the 3 is, there's nothing before that. That means there shouldn't be a line before the 3. If you're drawing the line or the arrow going south, that means you're doing it wrong. Do we all see that? Good. Because the next one is on your own. All right, so I'm going to make it very similar to that one. That way you're not completely lost. But I want everything from it. Let's say we have 2x plus 3 is greater than or equals to 15. Go, do it again. All right, so let's solve for this one. I'm going to have to erase all this madness. Actually, just bring it down here. Why is somebody... Oh. So the equation was 2x 15, right? So you subtract 3. Again, this shouldn't be a problem anymore, right? We should be pretty good at that. Divide by 2. X is greater than or equals to 6, right? So again, we're going to grab 6 and put it right in the middle. 7, 8, 9, 5, 4, 3, right? That's all we need. Then you're going to come over here and go, well, where's 6? Is it close or open? Close, right? And which way is the direction going? To the right. To the right. Just kidding. Okay, so now that we have that, we're going to move on and create our table, right? X. We're going to use this. 2x plus 3. And then y. 2 parentheses plus 3. 2 parentheses plus 3. And 2 parentheses plus 3, right? If we get our numbers, which numbers are you using? 6, 7, 8, right? And the question could say use the first 5 digits. Oh, sorry. So, but it doesn't matter. So let's do 2 times 6 is 12 plus 3. 2 times 7, 14, and that 2 times 8, 19. There we go. Now we have our x and our y, so we can create our little corner points. 6 is what? 15. 7 is 17. Do we have any negatives? No, that means we don't have to use this, or that quadrant. What is the biggest number in the x? 8. Can I go by ones? No, on the x I said. 8, right? So I can go by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you can also go by twos. It really doesn't matter for that situation. What about the other one? I can go by twos because this one fits up to 20, right? So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20 at the very end. Now let's find the first number. And the first number tells me whether it's closed or open, right? This one is closed. So when I use 6, and what is y? Hello? Right there. Oh. JK. 6 is 18. Well, not 18, 15, right? Right there. And for 7 is 17 around here. And for 8 is 19 right there. So which direction is it going? To the right. So I can start from here and just draw the arrow going that way, right? And just to compare that I did it correctly, I can drag this along and go, where's 6? Right there. It should match up. And it does. Matches up with every number. Good. All right. The homework for this part, which is homework 1, you don't have to copy it, but this is the first example. Homework 1 would be to do 5x minus 4 is greater than or equals to 19. I'm going to leave it there, but we're moving on to the next problem. It's in the video. It's the whole idea. All right, so here's the next problem. Fine, here you go. Wah! I'm a baby. Wah! 4 is less than, oops, that's greater than. No, this is what we're doing right now. Less than, the homework is in black. So 3x plus 4 is less than,
Are we doing this?
yes. There you go. Do exactly what you did. I will give you about 3 minutes to complete it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. No. The homework, you're not doing the homework. I'm gonna cover it.
Oh. I thought you put a box around it.
We're just doing, no, I put it in black.
Black.
And I said it in the video so many times. Forget them teachers. They don't know. Yeah, right. There's a bunch of lies. All right. So let's work this out very quickly. Minus 4, minus 4. 3x is less than 12 divided by 3 divided by 3. X is less than 4, right? So you put 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 3, 2, 1. All right. Now, is it a closed or open circle? Open, right? So I do this, and which direction is it going? To the left, right? No, we don't care about the 0. It doesn't matter. We just care about the first 3 numbers, right? So let's now complete the graph. The table. 3x plus 4 and the y value. So we do 3 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. What are we going to use? Which numbers?
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, the first 3. 4, 3, 2, right? You can put them in that order. It doesn't matter, guys. You can put them like 2, 3, 4 or 4, 2, 3. If you included, hey guys, if you included 1, it's fine. Hang on, don't erase anything because you may have gotten it right. It's just overanalyzing. Wait. It's okay. They're like, I got it wrong. So I'm going to plug this in. If you included one, guys, it's okay. You just did one extra step. That's it. Oops. Hang on. So that's 12 plus 4 is 16. That's 9 plus 12? 13. And what is this? 10. Do not lose me here. Do not lose me. If we did that one, it would be 7. Yes. It would. Only and only if. Look at this right here. The circle. What does that mean? That means that whenever we get to the answer, we're going to circle 16. Keep it that way because it's open. I did, but some of you forgot. Just follow. You see how I circle when I use 4? When I'm using 4, I have to circle the answer. So let's do it over here. Do not lose me. When I use 4, which is where I circle, right? My answer is 16. Keep a circle to remind you that that is not included on there. Okay, and then we have 3, and it's what?
13.
And then 2, which is 10, right? Now, let's talk about our numbers. Do we have any negatives?
No.
That means we don't have to use, we can't use that one or that one or that one. They're all positive. Where's the biggest number on the X? On the X? 4. So I'll go by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? What about the other one?
16.
I'll go by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. All right, so let's find the first one. It is a 4 and 16. But look, it says you have to put a circle. You have to carry it around so you don't forget. Yes.
Okay, so when I did the chart thing, I started with 1.
It doesn't matter. You're still going to have it. Don't worry. You'll see in a minute. You're going to have 1 extra point. That's all it means.
No, I mean like.
I know. It doesn't matter. When I plot it, you realize that it's the same thing. It doesn't matter in which order I plot these, guys. I'm still plotting the same points, believe it or not. You can leave it as it is, so you can plot it now. Now, let's go to 3, and it's going to be 13, right? Around here. And that one's closed because it's included. And then a 2, it'll be 10. And then for you, because you did 1, it gave you 7, right? So look, it'll be right here. Now, which is the direction? To the right or to the left? To the right, correct? So that means, I'm sorry, to the left. So that means I'll go from here all the way down. And I cannot, well, if it was perfect.
Oh, is it? Oh.
And you notice that the circle is not included. That means 16 is not included, which goes back to your thought, but it wouldn't make it true, right? But that's true because we're not including 16. That's why we have a circle on it. Yes.
I have a good like thing. Okay, like you know how like to know like okay, you know how in the steering wheel when you're gonna like change directions, you push it down to go left and then you push it up to go right.
On some of the stuff, yeah. I'm not so sure. Oh, on the thing?
Yeah, like this is like.
Well, if it works, yeah. All right. So again, to verify that we did this correct, we just go over here. Oops. And we match it. Go to 4, bring it all the way up, and yes. The 4 matches and it's both going towards highlighting to the left. Yes. Huh? That's why, right here. The line's going to the left. So basically you go where the 4 is. Guys, we have like 5 minutes. Where are you going? Take all your stuff out. We're not done yet. From all... Now your homework is going to be 2 of these. And I'll probably give you an extra one for not paying attention while I'm trying to do this. Not extra credit for... Alright. So here is homework number 2. Homework problem 2. Hang on. And that's going to be, let's make it 5. No, I already did 5. let's do 4x minus, no, let's do 6 is greater than 8.
Yay!
No, that won't work.
I don't know. 14. 16. Yeah, 16.
6? 6. 6 would work. Yeah.
Add 6 and then it equals 12 and then.
Yeah. Look at you. All right, so that's the other homework. And then you have one more, which is homework
I thought you were gonna get mad at me because I was saying.
3.
Yay!
Stop. Um, 2x plus 5 is going to be less than or equals to, let's make it 20. All right, these are easy. They're easy to calculate.
But when you put the 4 right.
No, no, no.